Hi everyone, it's Claire from Scrappy Nerd UK, and today I'm back and sharing with you days 15 and 16 of my December daily. So day 15, I'm working on this. This is a cut file that I found on the Cricut Design store, and I had made that as my foundation page already and had it all backed, but I wasn't too sure what I was going to do with it. I also cut this, I always get this wrong, Viewmaster, and I was ready to add in teeny tiny little photos of some of the new Christmas films that we watched this Christmas. And so I printed those really small. I think they're like 1.5 centimeters squared. And then I have stuck them in, and then I'm just going to stick the front and the back of this together. Now I need to get this lined up so when it folds back in that it gets hidden behind the middle part of this cut file. Now originally I did add, I've added some acetate in to those areas that are empty in the cut file. And it was kind of pointless because I'm actually going to back it with a full photo anyway. So, but it is what it is. So I'm okay with it. And I didn't know what I was going to do with it at the time. So these things evolve. So this is how the little Viewmaster. Let me know in the comments if I've got that wrong. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing with that. Now I've added on a little bit of cardstock there just as a stopper, so it's going to stop that being pulled all the way out, because I need it to stop right there. So this photo that's going on the back is so the story for the day is obviously about Christmas movies, but rather than just documenting the new ones that we've watched this year, I also wanted to document our new process of choosing a Christmas film. So we do spend so much time deciding, arguing, if you were, over which Christmas film we're going to watch. And so I made this little pot of lollipop sticks and wrote all of the Christmas films on these sticks that we wanted to watch. And then we would just pull them out of the pot at random, and that would be our film choice that we were going to watch. So here is a photo of that pot, and that is going to be our new Christmas tradition, to pull the films at random. I say it's random. Most of it is random. We did add some ribbon, or should I say, not we. I did add some ribbon onto some of the lollipop sticks to signify some of the bigger films, because we didn't want to get through those too early in December. So yeah, some of our favourites have the ribbon on so we could sort of control whether we were just going to watch one of our favourites, or if we were just going to watch a new one or whatever. So yeah, that's what we did. So next up, I'm working on this little pocket, and I've seen this done quite a few times, and I was deciding whether I wanted to add some hidden journaling with a pull-up from behind the photo, and I thought, well, I've got plenty of white space on this actual photo anyway, so I trimmed down one of the little 2x2 page protectors, and I'm just going to cut a little notch in it to add in my little flip out. And then all I did was I just took some pattern paper and I scored it. So I had a little folded up concertinaed book for my journaling. And then I'm just going to stick that straight on to the front of the page, and I'm using red line tape to help that stay firmly stuck over time. And I did cut a little notch into the front of the page protector, so it was easier for me to be able to pull out the little insert. And then the last couple of things I'm going to do on here, just adding a tiny word sticker that says holiday plans and the number 15 for the day. So here's a quick look at how that turned out. The last thing that I am going to do is just add something into the tab as well. So I normally stamp on these little tab inserts, but I thought I would use some tiny word stickers. So I'm just choosing 2 that are going to work for this. I think one of them says activities. I can't remember what the other side says, but there we are. I'm just going to pop that in to the little tab, and there is the little pull out bit. And I think it's super cute, and I love interactive elements, so this worked really well. And then the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a single embellishment on. I had a larger white bit of white space on that right, and so I'm just going to add this little chipboard piece in that says the details, and then that's going to go straight into that pocket. I didn't want to add too much because obviously it's bulky already, so I'm just going to go with that. And then I added this other chipboard that says playlist and a red star, and I know that red isn't close to the red that I've already used in the page, but I'm okay with that because there are some darker red colours in the photo as well. So that is day number 15 in the bag and done and finished. Day number 16 is going to be relatively simple. So I have this large photo that I'd taken of me and some friends, me and my husband and some friends that we went to visit. And the only thing is I left all of the night sky in because I was going to add either some embellishment or I was going to add my journaling. And then as it turned out, I actually did my journaling on a separate bit of cardstock anyway. So I did kind of end up with a lot of night sky in this photo, and I'm kind of okay with it. And I didn't feel like that I needed to embellish in that area. I might feel different and go back and do it at a later stage. Let me know. Do you ever start a project and then kind of go back and add things at a later date if you feel that it needs something else? I'd be interested to know. Let me know in the comments down below what you do, whether you go back and change any of your projects, your layouts, your mini albums at a later date and add extra things in, or whether you just are done with it and call it good and it is what it is. I'd be interested to know. So I'm just using some ribbon, and I attached one of these little snowflake charms just using some embroidery floss, and I attached that onto the ribbon. And then just to make sure that the ribbon stays nice and flat, because if I was to tie the ribbon it would cause more bulk in the album. So just to make sure that ribbon is nice and flat, I just use my tiny attacher to staple it to keep it in place. And that is the photo done. And then I've already created this pocket here, and that was made using vinyl. The red is vinyl that I cut on my Cricut, and that's been stuck to the acetate. And then the bottom acetate piece with the black stars on is just a pre-bought one that I had already stitched on in my foundation pages, for my foundation pages. So I use the same corner to cut this tag, which is going to be for my journaling, and I decide to use the same but opposite ribbon for this one. So I went with the white and red on that first one, and then the red and white on the second one. I'm going to do exactly the same with the little charm on this one as well. So just using some embroidery thread to attach that on to the middle, and then just pulling that nice and tight. And then I'll do exactly the same thing with threading it through and stapling it together so it stays nice and flat, but it's all attached together, and then just trimming off the ends to just have a nice finished bit of decoration. And then the final thing that I'm going to need to do is just add my number. So where I've got Christmas Magic, the Christmas Magic thicker on the outside of the acetate, I thought I'd match my number in the gold as well. And so I just use, I think I use an L for my number 1, because I am out of 1s and 2s of those in those numbers. So here's a quick look at days 15 and 16 all finished. So if you have enjoyed the video, then I'd appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd love you to subscribe and stay tuned for some more December Daily coming your way. Bye.